Welcome guys. More of a chilled video today. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A. So I know I promised this Q&A a couple of months ago, but I'm finally getting down to it now. And today is going to be the day where I answer some of your guys' questions. So we've got quite a few to get through today, so I don't know how long this video is going to be in comparison to my other ones, but we'll just get straight into it. So the first question from you guys was, what made me start streaming and becoming a content creator? So it was, I think, literally about 11 months ago, or maybe like it was nearly a year ago, when the first lockdown started. And I kind of always wanted to be a streamer, but when I was doing college and uni, and just general life anyway, I never really had the time to put effort into it. And plus I was streaming off my Xbox, and it's a little bit hard to stream off your Xbox. Of course, there are content creators out there that are perfectly fine streaming off their Xbox, PlayStations, and they do perfectly well. They do more than well. But for me, I wanted to stream off my computer. I wanted to have a computer in the first place, which took me a while to get. And that was kind of what kickstarted it, lockdown. So if there wasn't a lockdown, I probably never would have ever got into streaming. Content creation as a whole, I've always wanted to do it. I've watched YouTube for years and years and years, from probably when I was in about year 8 or 7. So yeah, the first content creators I used to watch were like KSI. I used to watch a lot of old FIFA YouTubers. Someone called Sam Trout 91, I believe his name was. He was quite interesting to watch. Who else? C-Nanas. Now C-Nanas and KSI were probably the first 2 people I ever used to watch. And then someone called Fluffy Talks, who used to do like news in America, who was like definitely in his mum's basement, who was just on like a brown couch and would just do the news, but he was just so entertaining to my little 12-year-old brain. If I could describe myself using a singular emoji, right, the singular emoji would be the guard, so like, I don't know what they're called. The guards with the really long hats that sit outside Buckingham Palace. That's what I'd be. My favourite song. So my favourite song of all time is Route 94, My Love. Oh my god, the song is incredible. It used to be my theme tune? It used to be my ringtone on my phone. And it was arguably the best song ever. I just wouldn't answer the phone because I'd just be listening to My Love. It was honestly a banger. I loved it. What advice would I give to my younger self? So if we're assuming that I've just started secondary school, which was like, what, 12 years ago now? So over half my life ago, what advice would I give my younger self? I'd say to just have fun. To not worry about whether you've got lots of friends or everyone likes you. Because eventually, now I've left school, there's only a select few friends that I still talk to. Obviously, I'm still friends with them, but they don't have a big as impact in my life as what when I was in school as they thought they would. Obviously, when you're in school, you think you'll be friends forever, but life goes on. People get jobs. Obviously, everyone has their own lives. So I just say don't take things too seriously, because in my life, I've got to where I am now, and it's not been too much of a struggle. I haven't had that many hardships. I won't sugarcoat my life and say that, oh, I've been through this, or it's been really easy. I've just been plain sailing through life, and I hope it continues to be that way. I hope I don't come into any adversities which could possibly make my life like a living hell. But at the moment, my life's been pretty good. I've got college, I've got degrees, I've got a fantastic community, I've got all of you guys. So I can't really complain. I'd just say to my younger self, just to have fun. Don't care about other people's opinions is probably the main one. Because if I cared about other people's opinions as much as what I do now, as much as what I did back then, there's no way I'd be sitting in front of this camera talking to you guys. My favourite colour. Okay, so my favourite colour is green. But because there's not a lot of like nice green stuff, I'd say that my second favourite colour is like turquoise, as you can see by my bed. And my walls used to be painted turquoise, probably up until the age of like 21. So yeah, a bit of a weird colour for your room. Baby pictures. Well, I'm going to insert a baby picture right now. And then that's what I was like as a baby. So my hair never used to be an afro as a child. It was like ringlets, so it would go down. So my hair wasn't as tight as what it is now. I'd say my hair started getting like this from when I was about 14 years old. 13, 14. Then I've really started to grow it out. It's been an afro ever since. When will I cut my afro? See, now I've only ever had it cut twice in the past, I want to say 9 years. In the past 9 years, I've only ever had it cut twice because I was scared that when it got cut off, it would never grow back again. So I always wanted to have it cut. I've always wanted to try different hairstyles, but it's kind of, I'm used to it, and I think a lot of people I know are used to it. So if I had a different hairstyle, I think it would be very weird. But I'd love to try different. I'd love to have twists in my hair. I'd love to get it braided again. I haven't had it braided since I was like 4 years old. But yeah, when would I cut my afro? I don't think I'd ever cut it. I don't think I'd ever cut it completely off. I'd get it shaped like every now and again, every few months, if there was someone in my city who was good enough to do it. What have we got next? What's been my favourite moment during streaming? Okay, so my favourite moments, I've had some fantastic raids over my like 11 months of streaming. I've met some amazing people, but I think the moment that stands out to me most was my 24-hour charity stream for Colour of Change. It was insane. The support that I got over it, the goals that we reached. I think we were just shy of £1,000 on our donations when we originally had like a £50 goal. Yeah, everyone's generosity was incredible. I feel like I actually did something. I feel like I actually did something to help. Using my platform, which was very small at the time, which turned out to be something very big. So yeah, that was my most memorable moment during streaming. There's been a lot of hee-hees and ha-has. We've got backflip. Then we've also had me nearly drowning in milk of recent. And then me just getting scared. So there's a lot of different great moments that are memorable, but the 24-hour charity stream was 100% my most memorable. Do I see myself doing streaming forever, or do I have other plans? So I'd like to stream. If streaming could be my full-time job, I'd 100% do it. But I kind of want to be on the content creation side. So I want to obviously stream, but if I can stream X amount of days and create other content, whether that's on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, I'd love to be able to do that as well. I don't really think streaming will be a career forever. It may be a career for possibly the next 10 years. But I'm going back to uni to do physiotherapy. So that's going to be a career that I always have to fall back on. I always wanted to have a career that pays well. So if for whatever reason I can't do content creation, I can't do streaming, I have this to fall back on. Hopefully this is the backup plan. And this streaming, so physiotherapy backup plan, streaming content creation, plan A. But we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. If I could put myself in any movie, what movie would I put myself in? I think I'd put myself in Shark Tale, and I'd be one of the jellyfish. One of the jellyfish. Ernie, I'd be. Ernie! That's who I would be. My favourite's Ernie from Shark Tale. A moment where you've been really proud of your community. The charity stream, 100%. But after every stream, I'm super proud of everyone that comes through. When we go and raid someone, whether they're bigger than us, whether they're the same level as us, whether they're smaller than us, it doesn't matter. We show love to anyone, and I appreciate everyone that comes through at the end of streams, at the start of streams, throughout the streams, and shows love to other communities. Because I know it's really easy to just jump in the raid and not say anything. But when you guys come through and make that streamer's stream after being in mine, that's when I'm proud of all of you guys. That's when I'm like, we've got a fantastic community here. In the Afro Nation, top community. Top S tier. And I'm not biased, I promise. Who is my favourite viewer? I'll let you guys decide who you think my favourite viewer is. I won't be causing any conflictions here. Do I regret the spinny wheel? The spinny wheel has caused me a lot of harm over the course of the, I don't know, like 2 months that I've had it. It's made me eat some questionable things. It's made me bean boozle, which smells like ass. Quite possibly the worst thing I've ever smelled ever. And tasted, because I got like dead fish. If I could turn into any member of the Sidemen, who would I choose? I think I really like Bazinga. I like the fitness side that he does. That's huge, and he's funny. And I used to like him anyway. He was always one of my favourite Sidemen. And I don't know, his whole journey is probably the most inspiring that I've seen on YouTube out of all the people that I watch. Obviously, there's probably more, but out of the people that I watch, his journey is incredible. And he's just jokes, so. Or KSI, just because he's got a lot of money, so who doesn't want a lot of money? How do I balance streaming with my personal life? So now, since I've recently got a job, I find, I don't know, because I've got a job, I've got a routine, so I can kind of schedule streams, but I can't stream for as long, which kind of sucks. It's kind of hard because obviously I've got a girlfriend, I've got a mum that I need to look after, I've got a job, got a dog, little Kojo. But balancing streaming life and personal life is really hard. And I've only been working for like a month, but I definitely appreciate everyone who does work and has kept their stream going for a long period of time, because it is very hard, it is very draining, but just keeping to a schedule and not kind of slacking on it is probably the best way that I'm keeping to streaming and my personal life, and keeping the content kind of fresh and keeping my personal life still healthy. Before I started streaming, whose content did I watch, and did any of it shape mine now? So the people who I used to watch, so the only streamer I ever used to watch was Castro. Only ever used to watch his streams, used to watch his pack openings all the time, and I just used to constantly play FIFA. So my initial content creation was based on him. But my content creation now, because I've met so many fantastic people in the community, it's a whole host of people. So I would have never thought about using a DSLR camera as my camera, because I would have been like, surely everyone just uses a webcam. Or using a Go XLR mixer. I was like, surely that's just for people that create music. There's so many elements that I've learned over the year that I've been streaming from so many fantastic streamers. And a lot of you guys who have helped me, who I've become quite good friends with. Some of you I've met IRL. So you've helped me a heck of a lot. But has any of it shaped it now? Yeah, a lot. You guys, everyone here, everyone who I've met along my journey, you guys have helped me. Top 3 songs of all time. So Route 94, My Love, top. Second, Young Bane, Rihanna. And then third, I'd have to say Frank Ocean, Forrest Gump. Frank Ocean, Forrest Gump, absolute tune. I could listen to Channel Orange forever, ever. Favorite movie? Okay, favorite movie, Wolf of Wall Street. Incredible film. It's like 3 hours long, and it's just like the life that everyone dreams of living, if you get what I mean. Like that baller lifestyle with just money that you can throw at people. I mean, obviously that's not everyone's life, but like everyone's thought, what if I had enough money to just throw at people? Obviously the jail's not ideal, and the misogyny is obviously not ideal as well, but the film overall is just, I could watch it over and over and over and over again and never get bored of it. Never ever get bored of it. So yeah, Wolf of Wall Street's definitely my favourite movie, but if I could be in a movie, it would be Shark Tale. Because what's not fun about being able to swim? Because I can't swim. Any guilty pleasures, so like films, music, or TV shows. I'd say that Orange is the New Black is my guilty pleasure. I've watched every single series of that show, and I always hope they bring out a new one. And also American Horror Stories, probably a bit of a guilty pleasure, because I'd happily watch and sit through every single one of those series ever. Music wise, I don't think I have like a guilty pleasure. I just really enjoy all music. And films, Pretty Woman is my guilty pleasure. I got forced to watch it, and I could watch it over and over again. What other questions do we have along here? What age do I think I'll stop streaming? I don't know, because I feel like as I go through life, there's always stages where you can be relatable. So say if I was 30 years old and a dad, I would be relatable to people who are fathers, and they'll be like, oh, I'd like to stream. This guy streams. He also has a kid. I have a kid. So he's relatable. I'm going to watch him. I enjoy his content because it's relatable. And I think that's the main thing about content creating, is being relatable. Obviously trying to be fresh and new, but being relatable is the main thing. If you can be relatable, obviously more people are going to enjoy it. What content would I like to create in the future? I'd like to create a lot of IRL content. A lot of IRL content. I want to go like paintballing and have GoPros and film it all. That would be insane. I want to do videos with my girlfriend eventually. I'd like to eventually be able to go on like holidays, like £100 versus £1,000 holidays, if my content ever got to that level. Or £1,000 restaurant, £1 restaurant, those kind of things. That kind of content that everyone wants to see. I feel like that's the best content that I enjoy watching. Why don't I buy my girlfriend flowers and take her on a date? I always buy her flowers at least once a week, and we can't go on dates at the moment because of a pandemic. I'd love to be able to take her on dates and take her out and do all of that lovely stuff, but unfortunately the pandemic has absolutely battered any chances of going anywhere. We'd like to go to New York. New York's definitely a place on my bucket list that I'd love to go, but until the pandemic's over, unfortunately New York won't be on the list. Do I play any sport? So I did play kind of like semi-professional football at an okay level. I played in the South Division in the UK for a team called Barnstable, but our season's been cut short twice now, which is a shame because I miss playing football. So I went to play locally for a bit, and then their season stopped. So the pandemic, for footballing reasons, it sucks. It sucks a lot. I just want to get out there, back on the field, and enjoy playing. And here's a picture of me playing right now. But yeah, I play a lot of sports. If you can consider snooker as a sport, I've got my own cue right here, my own snooker cue. So where I used to play that at least once a week. With one of my friends from school. I enjoy badminton, I enjoy cricket, I enjoy basketball, I enjoy all sports. But the two that I would say I would mainly play is football, and then if you class it as a sport, snooker. But those are all of the questions for this Q&A. If you would like me to do another Q&A, then put down in the comments what you would like to ask me. And next time we do a Q&A, I'll pick questions from this video. But I appreciate all you guys. It's been a bit of a different video just to sit here and talk to you. I appreciate all of you guys. If you want to chuck a like, if you want to subscribe if you haven't already, and then drop a comment down below, I'd appreciate that. And until next time, guys, catch you later.